Las Vegas, the ultimate dream city. A place where anything is possible and the neon lights never sleep. Whether you're dreaming of hitting the jackpot, rubbing shoulders with celebrities, or just soaking in the wildest parties on the planet, Vegas seems to promise it all. But as the famous saying goes, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. Most people think that means wild stories, epic wins, and unforgettable nights. But what if I told you there are secrets here that Vegas desperately wants to keep hidden? Beneath the glitz, glamour, and non-stop nightlife, there are nightmares lurking just out of sight. There's a world beneath the casinos and resorts that most visitors never even imagine. A world filled with forgotten souls and dangerous hustles. And if you're not careful, you could become a part of one of these stories, fast. So today, I'm pulling back the curtain on the dark side of Las Vegas, the mole people and the scams waiting to ambush unsuspecting tourists. Before we dive in, let me know in the comments what video length you prefer. Do you want these deep dives to be quick and punchy or long and packed with details? Also, all the music in this video comes straight from YouTube Studio, so you can vibe along safely. And a quick heads up, we're not using any iStock visuals in this video. Everything you see is real, raw, and straight from the heart of Vegas. Let's start with something almost no tourist ever sees. The hidden world beneath Las Vegas. You might think the city is all about dazzling lights, but below the surface, there's a network of dark, winding storm drains. That's where the so-called mole people call home. It sounds like something out of a movie, but trust me, this is real. Thousands of people right now are living in these underground tunnels, just steps away from the luxury resorts and endless buffets. Why would anyone choose to live down there? The truth is, they didn't choose. High housing costs, sudden job loss, mental health struggles, and a lack of social support force people underground. Vegas is a city of fortunes, but for every big winner, there are hundreds who lose everything. With rents skyrocketing and affordable housing almost impossible to find, the storm drains become a last resort for those with nowhere else to go. Inside these tunnels, life is a daily struggle. Imagine waking up every day worried about flash floods, poisonous spiders, or aggressive rats. The constant darkness, the dampness, and the cold can drain your spirit faster than the casinos drain your wallet. But for many, it's safer than sleeping on the streets where violence and theft are all too common. Down here, a little privacy is the only luxury. But don't be fooled, these tunnels are far from safe. Flash floods can sweep through with barely any warning, turning the tunnels into deadly rivers. People have lost their lives when the rain comes, unable to escape in time. The fear is constant, and yet, for so many, it's the only option left when the city above turns its back. Inside, you'll find makeshift homes, cardboard beds, scavenged furniture, and even some creative decorations. Anything to make the darkness feel less overwhelming. Some residents form tight-knit communities, looking out for each other, sharing food, and keeping watch. Others, though, keep to themselves, wary of the dangers that come with trusting the wrong person. Drug addiction is a harsh reality here. With limited access to treatment and support, many turn to substances to numb the pain or just survive another day. The cycle is brutal. Addiction leads to homelessness, and homelessness makes escaping addiction even harder. It's a vicious loop that's almost impossible to break without a helping hand. Crime is another constant threat. Down here, there are no police patrols, no security cameras, and no one to call if things go wrong. Theft, violence, and even worse can happen in the darkness. Many keep weapons close by just in case, but despite the danger, hope survives. Some residents work together, sharing what little they have and looking out for newcomers. Charities and outreach programs occasionally venture into the tunnels, bringing food, water, clothes, and medical supplies. But it's never enough. The city above rarely acknowledges the people below, and resources are stretched thin. For many, these brief visits are a lifeline, a reminder that someone still cares, even if only for a moment. What really gets me is how close this world is to the one tourists know. Right above these tunnels are the same streets where people party, gamble, and celebrate. Most never realize that, just a few feet below, others are fighting for survival. It's a stark contrast that really makes you think about the true cost of luxury. Occasionally, someone finds a way out. Maybe it's a job, a lucky break, or help from a friend or charity. But for most, the cycle continues. Some have lived underground for years, whole families even, Kids grow up in total darkness, their only playground the cold concrete. And yet, the city keeps growing, building new casinos and luxury towers, while the tunnels below fill up with more people who have nowhere else to turn. It's a side of Vegas that city leaders don't like to talk about, but it's always there, lurking just beneath the surface. Every time I visit Vegas, I think about the contrast. Above ground, fortunes are made and lost in seconds. Underground, people search for the smallest bit of hope. The next time you visit, remember, there's another world just below your feet. If you want to help, there are organizations working to support the tunnel dwellers. Even a small donation or volunteering your time can make a massive difference. Don't let the darkness hide these stories. Let's not forget, Vegas is a city of dreams, but it's also a city of harsh realities. It's up to us to see both sides and do what we can. So, the next time you hear, "What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas," remember, there are secrets here that deserve to be brought into the light. Now, let's head back above ground, because the dangers of Vegas don't end underground. The city is famous for its wild parties and irresistible attractions, but it's also a playground for scammers who are waiting to pounce on unsuspecting tourists. If you're not careful, your dream vacation can turn into a nightmare in minutes. First up, the classic music CD scam. You'll spot these hustlers on almost every major street corner. They'll shove a free CD into your hand, say it's a gift, and then demand payment once you've touched it. Some even get aggressive, surrounding you in groups and making it nearly impossible to walk away without paying. It's intimidating, especially if you're new to the city and just trying to enjoy the sights. Bracelet sellers are another trick to watch out for. They'll approach with a friendly smile and offer to make you a free friendship bracelet right on your wrist. But once it's tied on, suddenly it's not so free. They'll demand money, and if you refuse, things can get heated fast. Many tourists feel pressured and end up paying just to avoid a scene. Street performers can be a blast. Who doesn't want a picture with Elvis or a dazzling showgirl? But beware. Many of these performers demand tips for photos, often more than you'd expect. Some will even block your path or guilt you into paying, and if you refuse, they might cause a real scene. Always ask before snapping a pic, and don't be afraid to walk away. Then there's the infamous skincare sample scam. You'll find these kiosks everywhere, promising miracle creams and anti-aging potions. They lure you in with a free sample, then pressure you into buying products that can cost hundreds of dollars. Some tourists have even had their credit cards charged more than they authorized, with little hope of getting their money back. Another scam to watch out for is the VIP club access trick. Someone will approach you promising special entry, bottle service, or exclusive deals. They'll take your money up front and then disappear, leaving you stranded outside the club with an empty wallet and no way inside. If it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. Pickpockets and wallet thieves are also everywhere, especially in crowded areas like Fremont Street or the Strip. They work in teams, distracting you with a bump or a flashy card trick while their partners swipe your valuables. Keep your bags close, your pockets zipped, and never let your guard down, even for a second. Taxi scams are another classic. Some drivers will take you on a scenic route that costs double what it should. Others might claim their meter is broken and charge you a flat rate that's way above the official fare. Always use reputable rideshare apps or check the route on your phone before you get in. Fake ticket sellers can also ruin your night. They'll approach outside big shows or concerts, offering tickets at a discount. But when you get to the door, you realize the tickets are worthless, and the scammer is long gone. Always buy tickets directly from the venue or official websites, never from someone on the street. ATM skimming is another danger. Criminals attach hidden devices to ATM machines to steal your card info. Always check for loose parts before inserting your card, and use machines inside banks or casinos whenever possible. Some scammers even pose as police officers or security guards, demanding to see your ID or wallet. They'll claim you've broken a rule and ask for a fine on the spot. Real cops won't do this, so if you're approached, always ask for identification and never hand over your valuables. Remember, Vegas moves fast and so do its scams. The best way to stay safe is to stay alert, trust your instincts, and never let anyone pressure you into a decision. If you're not sure, walk away. There are plenty of real experiences in Vegas. Don't let the fakes ruin your trip. If you've been scammed in Vegas, you're not alone. It happens every day, and the city is working hard to crack down on these hustlers. But the best defense is always a good offense. Know the tricks, stay sharp, and don't let anyone ruin your adventure. Share your Vegas scam stories in the comments. Let's help each other out and make sure everyone enjoys the Dream City safely. Now, let's talk about the big leagues, the high roller scams that can wipe out your life savings. Think scams only happen on the streets? Think again. Vegas is a hotspot for sophisticated investment schemes that target both tourists and locals. These scams don't just take your pocket change, they can wipe out your entire life savings in a single night. It all starts with the city's promise of quick riches. The casinos flash stories of overnight millionaires, and that vibe spreads to every corner of Vegas. So when someone approaches with an exclusive opportunity, it's easy to get swept up in the excitement. But remember, if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. One common scheme is the fake real estate investment. Scammers promise incredible deals on condos, timeshares, or secret properties no one else knows about. They'll show you glossy brochures, forged deeds, and even fake websites. Some will invite you to fancy presentations with free food and drinks, making it all seem legit. But once you hand over your deposit, the scammer disappears, and the property either doesn't exist or belongs to someone else. These scams have cost people hundreds of thousands of dollars, and getting your money back is almost impossible. Always check the credentials of anyone offering real estate deals and never sign anything on the spot. Another high-stakes hustle is the guaranteed win gambling system. Some scammers claim to have a secret formula or software that can beat the casinos. They'll ask for an upfront fee or a percentage of your winnings, promising you'll walk away rich. But in reality, there's no way to outsmart the house. These systems are pure fiction. Ponzi schemes also thrive in Vegas. You might get invited to a business seminar or private meetup where someone pitches a can't-miss investment. Early investors are paid with money from new recruits, making it seem like the system really works. But eventually, the cash runs out and everyone loses, except for the person at the top. Cryptocurrency scams are the latest twist in the Vegas hustle. Fraudsters promise insane returns on Bitcoin or other coins, using flashy presentations and fake testimonials. They'll show you screenshots of massive profits, but it's all smoke and mirrors. Once they've got your money, they vanish, and you're left holding the bag. Fake art auctions are another pitfall. Tourists are lured into hotel ballrooms for exclusive auctions where they're told the art is worth a fortune. In reality, the pieces are cheap knockoffs, and the auctioneers are in on the con. Many people end up spending thousands on art that isn't even worth the frame it's in. Some scammers target business owners with fake loan offers. They promise fast cash with no credit check, then demand upfront fees. Once you pay, the loan never materializes. Always research lenders and never pay for a loan before you get the money. Investment seminars are everywhere in Vegas. Some are legit, but others are just fronts for high-pressure sales pitches. They'll promise you insider secrets or guaranteed stock tips, but what they really want is your money. Be skeptical of anyone who won't let you do your own research or pushes you to sign up right away. Romance scams are also on the rise. Scammers build relationships online or in person, then ask for money to fund a sure-thing investment. Once you send the cash, they disappear, leaving you heartbroken and broke. Some scams even involve fake charities or fundraising events. You'll be told your donation is going to a good cause, but the money ends up in the scammer's pocket. Always check the charity's credentials before giving. High-roller rooms are another danger zone. Some con artists pose as wealthy gamblers or casino insiders, offering you a chance to join a private game with big payouts. Once you buy in, the game is rigged, and you lose everything. If you ever feel pressured, rushed, or like something doesn't add up, walk away. And remember, casinos are the only ones guaranteed to make money in Vegas. Don't let the city's glitter make you forget that reality. Before you invest, always do your homework. Check with the Nevada State Contractors Board, the Better Business Bureau, or even ask a trusted local. Don't let anyone rush you into a decision, no matter how exclusive the offer sounds. Vegas is full of opportunities, but it's also full of traps. The best way to enjoy the city is to keep your eyes open and your wallet closed until you're sure. Think twice, ask questions, and never invest more than you can afford to lose. The city will always have its hustlers, but with a little caution, you can enjoy Vegas without falling for their tricks. Stay sharp and don't let the promise of quick riches blind you to the risks. Las Vegas is a city of dreams, but it's also a city where you need to stay sharp and watch your step. The glittering lights and endless parties are incredible, but don't let them distract you from the hidden dangers lurking just out of sight. Whether it's the struggles of the mole people below the city, the the scammers working the strip, or the high-stakes investment hustles. Vegas is full of stories most tourists never hear. So if you're planning your own adventure in the Dream City, remember to enjoy it responsibly. Stay vigilant, trust your instincts, and don't let anyone pressure you into risky decisions. And hey, let me know in the comments what video timing you like best. Do you love these deep dives, or do you want something snappier? Your feedback helps me make these stories even better for you. Thanks so much for watching. If you found this eye-opening or learned something new, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell for more awesome, real-life stories. Together, we can keep each other safe and make sure that, in Vegas, only the good memories stay with us.